G'day, g'day, hello, hello. It's Mick here, the Ape, from Rock Ape Records, here in sunny Townsville, Australia. I just thought I'd do something different today, because did you know that Rock Ape Records is we have North Queensland's largest range of quality second-hand vinyl. So I not only sell new vinyl, t-shirts, posters, books, CDs, collectibles, masks, blah, 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 but half of this shop is actually made up of second-hand vinyl. So original pressings from Australia and around the world. So I'm forever hunting for new stuff. So I thought today I'd show you some second-hand vinyl. See that blank spot there? That's where all these are from. These are all some pretty killer records. They're usually up on the wall there. So I display my rarer records or more expensive records. They're kind of up on the walls down the back there. So that's these. So that's why it's blank down there. I've grabbed them and put them here. And most of the records in the racks are probably $20, $30, $40 records. But yeah, my premium stuff goes up on the wall. So I'm going to show you some today. Here we go. I'm just going to get straight into it. Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. So after he left Deep Purple, he formed Rainbow, got Ronnie James Dio involved. And this is a German pressing from 1975. So pretty cool. Got the song Man on the Silver Mountain, which is probably one of the best Dio Rainbow songs ever. It's one of my favourite songs. And even on Ronnie James Dio's grave, it says the Man on the Silver Mountain. So it's from this album. So yeah, it's available now at Rock Ape Records. This one here, Black Sabbath Greatest Hits. It's kind of obscure Greatest Hits. This one is an Aussie press. So it's Australian from what, 1980. So yeah, they're fetching a bit of money nowadays. It's got Paranoid, NIB, Changes, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, Iron Man, War Pigs, etc. It's just a single vinyl, but yeah, the artwork's really cool. And yeah, there's not many of these around. A lot of these records I'm showing you, there's just sort of, it's a finite thing. There's not that many around anymore. So this one here is awesome. I was pretty cool. I'm surprised I have not stolen this and taken this home, but I already have an Australian version of it. Metallica's Ride the Lightning. This is a US version. So this is an original US version. So this is an Allied Press US 1984. So it's pretty cool. Look at that. Right, a place on the wall here, but I'll tell you what, I'm tempted to keep it. But I've got an Australian press, so I'm like, I'll sell the American one. Okay. Morning of the Earth. This is a pretty cool soundtrack. Surf movie. In Australia, it was huge in the 70s. This is an Australian copy from 1972. So, yeah. Get your hands on it if you're into this. I've sold heaps of these over the years. Every time I get one, put it up on the wall. Doesn't take long, it's gone. These ones are rare. This is Liveline by the Angels. So, this is actually really hard to get, this one. So I remember, a lot of these you would have seen on CDs and that, but, they were bringing it out on vinyl back then too. This is a 1987 Australian copy of Liveline. It was pretty much only pressed here in Australia, this one, so I've got one here. It's a double LP. Next, The Angels Beyond Salvation. I've hardly ever seen this on vinyl. So this is a 1990 Australian press. Pretty much after 1990, they stopped pressing records in Australia. Everything, CDs took over. It went to CDs, and the vinyl industry in Australia kind of ended. So these are one of the last ever presses of a vinyl in Australia. They haven't reissued this one yet. So come on up to 175 Sturt Street, Townsville City. Check out all my second-hand vinyl, because there's lots of rare and cool and weird and obscure shit here. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. You might notice that this one, if you're a bit of a Black Sabbath aficionado, that it's not purple. That's normally purple. It's pink, because this is a 1985 German reissue. So they've done a bit of a spin on it, and it's pink. It's pretty cool. I've had a lot of interest in this. People are like, what the hell? I grabbed it because it looks so different. So yeah, that's in stock now too. Up on the walls here at Rock Ape. This is an original 1976 Australian quadraphonic version of Bob Dylan's Desire. So these are really rare, and it's priced accordingly. I'm not telling you the prices. You can come have a look. If you're into rare records, you know how stupid some of the prices are. Not my fault. Basically, it's all about supply and demand, and there were hardly any of these pressed, and there's hardly any left because I guess they all got damaged over the years or people threw them out or whatever, but I've got one. So, Bob Dylan, Desire. Here's another Bob Dylan record. This is Blonde on Blonde, one of his best records. And this is an Aussie press from 1966. So it's in really good nick too. So, you know, coming across records from 1966, you know, we're talking nearly 60 years old now. These records are getting really old. Well, I suppose I'm 51. So, you know, this is 1966 is pretty nuts. And the condition it's in, it's bloody beautiful. So I love coming across stuff like that. And just so you all know as well, we buy records here at Rock Ape Records. We buy whole collections off people, whether they're, you know, we're mainly after obviously rock and popular stuff from the 60s, 70s and 80s, 90s if you can get it. And yeah, I buy whole collections. People bring their collections into the shop, or I'll come to you. You can message me on Insta or Facebook. I've got ads on Gumtree and all that crap, and I'm forever out looking for vinyl as well. So I basically buy whole collections off people. I pay cash and bang. I've got a huge pile of records right here. You can't see it. It's right next to the camera. I'm actually using these records as my camera stand. So I'm forever just cleaning vinyl, getting it out there into the racks for you guys to buy. But first I have to clean it, check it, test play it. So all this stuff's guaranteed too. If you buy a secondhand record from Rock Ape, it's guaranteed. So if you're not happy with it, you just bring it back. And that does happen sometimes, you know. Stuff slips through. This is The Damned. Self-titled, I think. Damned, Damned, Damned. By The Damned. This is a UK 1977. So this is an original 1977 press from The Damned. Pretty hard to get nowadays. What else we got? This is an Australian 1987 version of Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts. And for some reason, it's really, really rare. So, you know, excuse me, got something in my mouth. So, yeah, I do have quite a lot of Beatles records. Not a lot of them fetch huge money, but, you know, some of them do. You know, people instantly think, oh, I've got a Beatles record, it's worth $300. It's not the case. But this one here is really rare because for some reason in 1987 they decided to press this in Australia, and you know, people from around the world are searching for this one. So Beatles fanatics will buy Sgt. Pepper's or whatever from every country on the planet. So that's pretty cool. Beatles. What's this one? The Smiths. Meat is Murder. This is an original 1985 Australian pressing. So this has been reissued and everything, and a lot of people will just buy the reissues, but a lot of people, they want the original. So if you want the original, I've got one here. Nice. This one's old. This is nearly one of the oldest records in the shop. I've got one that's about 10 years older than this, but this is getting there. This is Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. 1965 self-titled record. And yeah, it's a mono record. It's in pretty good condition too. So yeah, this dude's a legend. He's an Australian legend. He was a real wild man, you know, around the late 60s, early 70s. This dude was a wild man. And my claim to fame with Billy Thorpe is that when I was young, I think I was in my 20s, mid-20s, early 20s, and I was pretty stupid back then. I'm pretty stupid nowadays, but I was in court for drink driving in Brisbane. I was in the shit. I did something really stupid, and Billy Thorpe was in court with me, also being done for drink driving. So there's my claim to fame with Billy Thorpe. Our names were next to each other. Well, not next to each other, but on the court list and everything. And I watched him get in the shit before I got in the shit. So there you go. Don't drink drive. I don't even drink anymore, so it's not a problem. This is Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs live at the Opera House. So this one's really hard to get too. I've only seen a few copies. I did have one copy about a year ago and it got snapped up. So yeah, people are after this one. This is Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs live at the Opera House. So it was done in 1974. So pretty cool. Pretty cool pieces of Australiana here. This one here's awesome. This is a really hard to get Neil Young. So this is Neil Young on the beach. And this one here is an Australian 1974 press, and it is absolutely pristine. I can't believe the condition this record is in. It is absolutely mint. So, you know, if you're after something like this, if you know what you know, like a lot of Neil Young records, they've been repressed or they're really easy to get. This one is not. So yeah, this is why it's up on the wall. It's on the wall of fame. What have we got here? Some Aussie classic here. 1981, The Radiators. Up for grabs. And it's actually signed. It's actually signed, and there's a few more signatures inside it. So it's actually signed by the band. So it's pretty cool. And this is actually a pretty rare record to get in the first place. So Radiators, you know, they're one of the classic Aussie pub bands. You had the Radiators, you had the Angels, you had, who else? Choir Boys. So I remember seeing all those bands in Sydney back in the day when I was in the army. They were still doing the pub circuit. This is in the early 90s. They were still killing it. So yeah, this is a Canadian band, I think. Silver Sun Pickups. 2006. What's it called? Carnivas. I looked it up, and yeah, it's actually really rare. It's really hard to get, so it's why it's up on the wall. The Silver Sun Pickups. I guess if you know, you know. I've only got a few to go here. I'm chopping through nicely. I'm trying not to keep my videos too long. Rancid, Indestructible. This is an original 2003 US press. So yeah, any old Rancid records are actually worth a bit of money. They're kind of hard to get to, especially, you know, 2003, they weren't even pressing records. In America, they did very limited runs. Same as this one, Life Won't Wait. This one was pressed in 2014. It's a record store day one. It's orange, so this is probably when vinyl started getting pressed again. Just, you know, 2011, 2012, then it started to 2013, 2014, now into 10 years later. But yeah, this is one of the first, you know, vinyl pressings when vinyl was actually coming back again. So, cool. Bit of history there. And this one here is also from 2013. This is the B-sides and C-sides from Rancid. So yeah, awesome. Come in, check them out. That's it for today. I just thought I'd show you quickly that I actually do have secondhand vinyl. Look at this. I've got tons of it. I have to clean through this all day, every day. That's what I do. I'm either putting stuff online or cleaning and sorting through records. So, bit of American Pie there. Look at that. Bit of Don McLean. So basically, yeah, I sit here under the light, cleaning with my cleaning rag. I don't drink this. This is my special Rock Ape Records concoction of record cleaning mix. So I got told by a dude, you know, what the secret formula is. And I basically sit here under the lights with microfiber cloths, cleaning the shit out of these records. I do them one at a time so I can actually have a proper look at the records. If I think they might look a bit dodgy or whatever, I'll give them a test play. If they're really bad, they get thrown in the bin and I'll just keep the sleeve. I don't put records out that aren't going to be any good. I don't want stuff coming back. I want to have a good reputation. So, yeah, www.rockaperecords.com is the website. We've got a YouTube channel now. Obviously, you're on it. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, share it with your mates, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks heaps. And I'd like to just thank everyone. Thanks, everyone. I've had heaps of messages, heaps of people saying, I'm loving your YouTube videos. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I've got nothing better to do. So I may as well show you the shit as it comes in the shop. As it comes in, I'll keep showing you. I've got more. I've got records. I've just been told I've got records at home waiting for me. So I mainly do the new vinyl, but I will be doing posts for the secondhand stuff too, because I love old vinyl just as much as I love the new vinyl. 50-50. All right. Thanks a lot, and see you later. Oh, God.